3 years. I can confidently say it's been 3 years since the last movie. I didn't think I would be able to say those exact words because, it took, I don't know, 14 years between the first and second movie. And now all of a sudden, hey, technology's all good now. We can now release these movies whenever. I mean, we're still going to pad it out to when we'll release them, but at the very least, hey, technology's now capable enough. So I guess for fans, you don't have to wait another 14 years. That's a positive. Results, it varies, unless you're me. Avatar Fire and Ash is once again directed by James Cameron with a screenplay again by James Cameron, Rick Jaffa, and Amanda Silver, and once again a story by James Cameron, Rick Jaffa, Amanda Silver, Josh Friedman, and Shane Salerno. The film stars Sam Worthington, Zoe Saldaña, Sigourney Weaver, Stephen Lang, and Kate Winslet. According to IMDb's plot synopsis, Jake and Natiri's family grapples with grief after Natima's death, encountering a new aggressive Na'vi tribe, the Ash people, who are led by the fairy Pharaoh, as the conflict on Pandora escalates and a new morale focus emerges. We are now, finally, 3 movies into this series, which is odd, given the fact that this franchise has been around for now 15 years, and now we're just getting a third movie. I guess you could say, well, at least we got a game. That's not a lot of content, but I mean, I guess, hey, if it comes from the great James Cameron, that's gotta mean something. If you know my stance on this series, and if you haven't, I will leave a playlist link in the description below. I don't have a lot of love for it. I don't hate this franchise. I know so many people are just going to jump on me and think that I absolutely think that this is the worst series. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying nobody can't love this series. I'm not saying anybody can't say that this is one of their favorites in recent years. That is not what I'm saying. If you truly love these movies, if you truly think that these are amazing movies, by means, go for it, man. Enjoy yourself and be with them blue cat people, okay? I'm not going to be mad. I'm just saying for myself. I respect aspects of it, okay? I truly do. There are, of course, the obvious ones, but I do think that there are some aspects where I think this can be, in my eyes, a really good series. But I criticize it harshly due to James Cameron. And why I say that is because this man, back in the 80s and even 90s, this man showed us what you can do with technology and storytelling. Sure, so many people can say, well, the series that he created is now in total mess. And sure, but I cannot deny I can at least care about what happens in that series, or at the very least some of them, because with this series it has proven to me that I just don't know if I could really care as much as Cameron wants me to actually think, or for me to get invested in. And with this latest entry, I'm telling you guys, for me, and this may be either a good or bad thing, I'm just telling you, I don't hate this, I don't, but it's the same old song and dance, okay? If you've seen the previous 2 movies, or rather if you just recently watched Way of Water and then came into this movie, it's no different, okay? There's nothing about this movie that is necessarily bad. I just don't think that, as per usual with this franchise for me, I just don't think the actual criticisms that I've had with it have been improved in any way. I feel like they are just the exact same as the previous movies. So take it for what you will. It's nothing new, okay? There's no new style to it, but there's just a lack of substance, if you ask me. But before discussing my problems and my issues, here are the positives that I did see. The direction is magnificent. Again, director James Cameron continues to showcase all of Pandora in action on full display, always showing his passion for this world. If there's one thing I give credit to, Cameron truly loves Pandora, and he loves Na'vi, okay? He loves them so much. He loves nature. He loves how he wants his vision, his scope to feel, and he truly succeeds in that. You can tell how much this guy really is invested with what he wants to do with world building and environments and atmosphere. That's what he's good at. And also in the action department, he does that amazingly. This man is easily one of the best action directors that is still working, okay? Even if I have my problems, I gotta give the man credit. He executes it in that way where he can at the very least still make something that is of grand scope and scale that most other directors can't do, or have a hard time requiring the funds that they need to truly make something as magnificent as Cameron can do it. And he does that still, continuing on with this series. He shows that in full force. The visuals are jaw-dropping. As usual, all the Na'vi creatures, ships, environments, etc. are just top-notch. They are the true star of this series. Without a doubt, hands down, the thing that everyone talks about with Avatar is the visual effects. And once again, yes, they are breathtaking. They are gorgeous. What Effects, who are a visual effects company not connected to ILM, they are their own visual studio. Truly, these guys are magnificent with what they do. They make some really jaw-dropping and just downright gorgeous looking movies with regards to visual effects, how much detailing they put into things. This movie is no exception. The amount of effort that went into making sure that the world of Pandora is as breathtaking and as colorful and vibrant as it is, that is what this movie and really what this series is known for. It manages to keep everything as consistent, but also as believable as it is. For as much as it can get crazy and over the top, they managed to keep this series looking as realistic as it can, because it's impressive to see how much What FX has upped their game with each movie and able to add much more texture and much more detailing on characters than ever before. The cinematography is breathtaking. Again, cinematographer Russell Carpenter shoots a stunning, thrilling, and exciting film when showing off sequences and beautiful scenery, staying consistent with the previous outing. Because, of course, he was a cinematographer in The Way of Water. He continues here. And yes, this movie is visually dazzling. How it is all shot in camera and how the VFX pop off the screen is incredible. It's amazing to me how much that Russell Carpenter was able to capture all of the motion capture performances as well as any sort of movie of this caliber can, and showcasing the world of Pandora as, again, lively and as gorgeous as it is. That is, of course, the biggest thing I can say Avatar succeeds in, and that is the scope and the look of this series is just truly downright inspiring, but also just gravitating to look at. It's incredible to see how much Carpenter just continues to showcase what makes Pandora an interesting world to visit and just to go through. The action is intense. Every chase and fight sequence is incredible to see go down, leading to some thrilling moments that happens in this movie. There are some really good sequences in this film where when the action happens, it happens. A lot of the Na'vi and their banshees, and then you have the Ash people fighting them, as well as, of course, the usual Na'vi versus the military. All that is incredible. You have some really good intense sequences in the film with Jake Sully, Natiri, Courage, and also this new villain, Varane, who is the leader of the Ash people. It's incredible to see how much Cameron still is able to showcase. After many years of being a filmmaker, he could still make something as intense than ever. The music is stellar. Once again, composer Simon Franklin crafts a score that's breathtaking and intense to hear when adding to the world of Pandora, feeling lively throughout. Simon Franklin continues to continue on with what James Horner did with the first movie, and he succeeds in that. He continues to showcase what makes Pandora, or rather the Avatar series, so unique for its score, and it's because of how much he is able to emphasize the atmosphere and the worldly feeling of this world. How much this has this sort of rooted nature and very grounded approach to music, and how it makes it epic in scale, but makes it feel like it's personal in a way that makes it flow and vibe with what the movie has to offer. The production is high quality. All of the effort to bring Pandora is incredible to see, from the crew work, motion capture performers, props, sets, and costumes. They are all really good, always showing the hard work on display. Avatar will always be a series that can still knock themselves out of the park with regards to the high quality that they always try to put themselves in and how they want their movies to be. And here, it's no exception. A lot of that money went into good use. They managed to make it as beautiful and as extravagant and as detailed as it is. It's incredible to see how much James Cameron and company just really put in the effort to make this world and this culture of the Na'vi just really pop off the screen and just be as dazzling as ever. But as always, unfortunately, it keeps repeating the same problems that were previously in the past films. The issues that I've had with this series, I want to be there. Truly, I do. But these problems are the things that are really holding me back from actually being with fans saying I love this series, because these are the biggest issues that I just cannot stand, and I can't believe that still Cameron's just deciding to keep on going with this. So here are now my negatives. The story is mediocre. Continuing to see the Sully family fight against the humans and the Ash clan, who are now introduced in this series, pretty much the Fire Navi, was formulaic to a T. Just now being rinse and repeat. If you've seen the last movie, in that it introduces another clan of Navi tribes to this movie and being part of a different element, same here. And honestly, it's much more action packed, which I can appreciate, but at the same time, by doing that, I also feel like it just starts to kind of recycle a lot of the tropes that you kind of come to expect with not only science fiction movies, but just action movies in general. And for a movie that is so up here with everything that I mentioned in the beginning of this video, everything that is there, stories are always down here. There's nothing about them that reaches up here or even comes close. It's always down here, and to me, that's just the mind-boggling part about it. For as much as Cameron says he loves the stories and what he wants to tell here, I'm not buying it, okay? Because I just think that there can be more done than just what we're given by him. The writing is bland. Again, writers Cameron, Jaffa, and Silver compose a script that's both dull and cringy to hear. And as always, exposition-heavy scenes continues to be as annoying as it is. The fact that they stopped this movie to have to explain everything. You also have bro, just like how in the last movie they kept on saying that 100 times. It's so annoying and it's so cringy. I wish they stopped. Okay, please just stop trying to be as hip and cool with how you're coming off as, because that's not what I'm getting. I'm feeling cringe. I get it. Young kids and young people can be cringe too, but I mean, come on. Don't feel like you're having to force it. And yeah, the conversations in this movie just don't stick. They don't land. There's nothing about them that's intriguing or exciting. It just kind of feels like it's just doing the same thing. It's just going through the heavy emotional beats, as well as trying to be very preachy about its messaging about the environment and about how much we are not taking care of our planet, which of course it's important, but I mean, it gets to a point where, man, we gotta do more with this, because this is just now being a repetitive thing here. The pacing runtime is exhausting. While more action packed than the previous outings, it's still inconsistent with how scenes flow. With a runtime of 3 hours and 17 minutes, it just starts to become self indulgent. I hate the fact that Cameron just continues to extend the runtime, and I find these movies to continue to just keep on being as long as they can, just because they're the epic movies that have been preached and talked about. And for as much as I respect people for liking this series, telling you, I just don't think 3 hours is qualified. Okay, I think these movies, for what their stories are, no. I think they can be shortened down and just simplified better than just being over 3 hours, because now we're just getting to the point of Cameron can just do whatever he wants and make it as long as he can. The performances are lackluster, aside from Zoe Saldana, Winslet, and Ona Chaplin, who is Franny in this movie. These women definitely are the ones that carry the most. I'm glad that Kate Winslet got more to do here. And of course, Zoe Saldana, she is, of course, the thing that I would say I care about in this franchise, the only character I can say. But these women alone are the things that keep me at least interested, or at the very least being like, okay, I'm liking where this is going. But most of the performances are stereotypical and surface level, just being bland to watch. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be rude, especially the kid actors. I really don't. I'm not going to blame them. But man, I hate how movies tend to bring out kid actors as if they are the most annoying, or just at times just so moody, angsty, and rebellious feelings of acting like nobody understands me type of thing. I just don't like it. And listen, Sam Worthington, I mean, I have seen this man perform better in video game form than I have in live action. Because, man, I'm sorry. I don't care. I just think he's just so stereotypical. He's just being military dad. That's all he is. And you got Jack Chaplin, who I'm sure he's a really good actor, and I'm sure he's great in other things. I just think he's just kind of here. I'm sorry. I really don't want to seem like that, but man, I'm just not caring. And also, too, why do they continue to give this kid dreadlocks? I don't understand. But okay, sure. I mean, hey, Jake has it because he's in blueface, okay? He's no longer in whiteface, he's in blueface. Okay. As before, Avatar Fire and Ash is just the same old thing. As always, sidelining story and writing for the technical aspects to achieve at their full potential. It never misses on being a dazzling feature to see, but Cameron continues to just not improve himself. And that's the thing that I hate the most, is that for a man who is revered as being one of the greatest directors of his time, at this point in his career, to just not even try to improve upon some of the criticisms that come his way, it just almost feels like he takes it and then just goes out his one ear. And to me, man, I don't like that. I just feel like this is a director who has so much capability and has a responsibility to try to improve himself, especially at the point in his career where he can actually do better in terms of improving upon himself, and he doesn't. And it's just sad because plot that gives him praise of being one of the best film directors out there, and he has shown that. But I feel like it's gotten to the point of, all right, now nobody can challenge him because he has now gotten the idea of, well, I'm perfect because I'm hailed as being the best director ever to exist. You need to do better, man, because this series is showing me that you have the tools and the capabilities, and you're just putting too much focus on one area and not enough on the other. I'm gonna give Avatar Fire and Ash a 6 out of 10. It's okay, it's fine, just like the previous two movies. I don't know what else to expect with the series, you guys, at this point anymore. I'm just more annoyed and frustrated than I am like actually legit like, mad that this is a bad movie, because it's not. It's just more so I'm more mad at the fact that you have a director who is capable of such amazing talent and yet just cannot seem to just improve upon the areas that have been criticized in the previous two movies, or at the very least try to correct or even try to make minor changes to. But yet, okay, it's his world, he can do whatever he wants. I'm just telling you, I wish I could be there with people who love this series, but I can't. All right, I cannot. I just, please, come on. I sat through 3 hours, okay? I can't act as if like I love this series. I will be soon doing a review for Marty Supreme, and that is it, you guys. This will be the end of the year, and of course, with this being the holidays, I hope you all have a Merry Christmas and stay safe out there. So yes, look forward to that review and other reviews coming soon.